Hello, everyone, and welcome to San Antonio Monthly Magazine TV, right here with Arlette Velver, the owner of Aqua-Tots Swimming School. Arlette, how are you today?
I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
All right, Arlette, so I see that we have a very special guest here today. Tell me a little bit about your guest.
With joy. I'm here to introduce you guys with my sweet friend, Ximena Perez de Leon, and a very long-time customer of our swim school, Aqua-Tots.
So this time I wanted to do something special for everyone. And there is nothing more special than bringing special people that are a family and a part of Aqua-Tots to tell us a little bit about their experience that they have had for the past years at Aqua-Tots Swimming School. How are you today, Ximena?
I'm doing great, thank you.
You look fabulous.
Thank you.
Are you excited to be here with us?
Yes, I am, definitely.
Well, so I've heard that you have been going to Aqua-Tots for many years.
Yes.
You have brought your little girls over since they were little. Mm-hmm. So tell me a little bit about how did you heard about Aqua-Tots?
Yeah, so I found them online. Just a Google search. I just moved into the area. So I Googled, I found it, and I went and enrolled my oldest daughter. This was about 9 years ago.
9 years ago. Okay, my friends, 9 years is a long time.
It is a long time.
And that's what I call an unconditional client and familia.
Yes, I think something that was great is how Aqua-Tots kept meeting our needs as our family changed. So I started with my one daughter, and then I had another one. So at that point, it was all of us going in the pool. So that was great. And then my oldest graduated, but my little one continues in the program.
And the program. All right. So how old was your little girl when you brought her over to the school?
3 years old.
3 years old. All right. So that is for everyone to understand and know that any accident could be preventable. And that was very smart that you took your little one at the age of 3. So what was your feedback back in the days, your little one being 3 years old? What was your feedback? How did you feel about just bringing her in? Because that's a big step for babies, when they're 3 years old, and that's a huge step for them because you just do not know how they're going to be able to react with strangers, with other people. So tell me your experience.
It was great. One of the things that I liked is it's not trying to get them to swim in a week. It's really paced. It really goes from the basics. So it makes them very comfortable in the water. They move slowly through the process. So when they really get it, and they know how to do it right. So that's something that I like, that it was, 30 or sometimes, each class is 30 minutes. So sometimes we would do 1-2 classes, but it was just enough for her to be comfortable and feel okay in the water and want to do it rather than me pushing her, okay, in a week you're going to learn how to swim and I'm going to throw you in the pool kind of thing.
Yes, and you know what, Ximena, I found out, just visiting to different parents, that a lot of times parents just don't have the time. So you did the smart thing where you just went to the Aqua-Tots Swimming School, made a commitment to say, okay, safety first.
Right.
All right, so what alerted you in your life that it was time for your little one to go swimming?
Oh, well, I always knew they were going to have to learn how to swim. That's not a negotiable in my house.
Oh, that's wonderful.
My youngest one actually started when she was about 6 months old.
6 months old?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
So you loved it that much?
Well, I do. But I was going to the classes. We were there, and I was with her, and we were watching her sister. And then I thought to myself, well, she could go in, and I would have to go in with her. So for a year or so, the three of us would get in the pool, and I'd be with the little one, and then my oldest one would be doing her class.
So this was like a fun hobby?
Yeah, it was just, all three of us could do it, and I got to spend some time with my little one in the pool, so that was exciting.
All right, so now I want you to tell me a little bit about Arlette Velver. So what was your experience becoming friends with the owner of the school?
Well, I didn't know who she was when I met her. We had no idea until a common friend of ours mentioned the school, and I was like, wait a minute, I've been going there for like 7 years. We kind of talked about it, and, we kind of laughed about how long we've been there and that my daughters loved it. And now my friends go there, so we try to coordinate our schedules. So it's really nice. Our kids go and swim, and we just kind of hang out.
That's wonderful. So do you feel that it is like La Familia?
Absolutely. We go in there, they know my kids, they know me, everybody just kind of says hi. For a while, to one of the front desk, I don't know if I told you this, they would ask my daughter to highlight the names just because everybody knew her, and she was always up in, the front desk trying to get attention, and they were so nice about it. They're like, okay, you can highlight names. And even that was really nice. This definitely feels like a family place.
And that's what I call first class. The attention,
Yes.
the professionalism that they have there, that's why it's a franchise. All right, Arlette. So how do you feel about being able to bring not only your clients, but now your friends and now your family right here to be able to express their experience?
Lorena, it definitely fills my heart with joy. When I hear the testimonials from many people all over the country and all over the world, because Aqua-Tots is not just located in the U.S., it's located in 14 countries all across the globe. And I'm not kidding, Lorena. I landed in Arizona once. I was attending a meeting and I was wearing my polo. And when I was checking in to get my rental car, the lady saw me and said, my niece swim there. It's the best swim school in the world. When you hear those testimonials over and over, it really fills my heart. And then when I got to meet Ximena on a personal level, and I was hearing her experience as a mom of two young beautiful baby daughters, it makes me realize that what we do, it's important. Yes. We're making a difference in people's life, and this is what makes my day. The commitment for a lifelong skill that we are providing children with. I know Ximena's daughters are going to be safe in the water, not for 2-3 months, not for the summer. They will be safe in the water for the rest of their lives. Yes. And that is very fulfilling.
And I've had a lot of experiences where in the summer we'll be at the pool and our other friends will see my daughters and they'll be like, where did they learn? And I'm like, oh, they've been going to Aqua-Tots forever. And they're like, oh, wow, maybe I should try it. Mine kind of knows how to float, and mine have a technique. They really know how to do it, and it's just all because of Aqua-Tots.
That's wonderful. Well, that's what makes your children leaders. And not only that it makes your kids leaders when they are with other children, but what we have to keep in mind is that at Aqua-Tots, they do also take that extra step to have the kids bond with each other. And also, I think it's very important for every child to be out there swimming. And for whatever reason, if they're swimming with other little kids, at least they will know how to go ahead and save somebody else if they see them in trouble. Do you agree?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what I found with my boys, because my boys were, my kids were also 3 months, 4 months, and they were already out there in the swimming pool learning.
Yes.
And my, husband, that was his number one priority, because I wanted to always have a swimming pool at my home. And he says, under no circumstances that we're going to have a swimming pool without having these babies go out there and learn how to swim. So my two boys learned at a very, very young age, and it also always, made them, feel like heroes, because they were always out there looking for other kids' safety, which is wonderful, because that gives you the comfort of having the kids be able to play, have fun, have a good time, and your babies are always going to be little leaders.
You have a good point, and I feel like the confidence as well. I could always see that, when they were younger, that some of their friends didn't know how to swim and they had to stay in the edge. And my kids were always the ones that I would allow jump in the deeper side of it, because I knew they could handle it. And now that you mention it, you're right. That confidence that they had, like, oh, I can do this. It was pretty neat.
Well, at that age, everybody wants to be cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
I remember I always wanted to be cool when I was a little girl. Arlette, did you want to be cool when you were a little girl?
Absolutely, every day.
Every day, Arlette still is being real cool. And what I love about Arlette is that she is very inviting. And one thing that I can tell you about this beautiful woman, not only that she is our San Antonio Business Woman of the Year, but for her, it's not about the business. For her, it's about the commitment, and most of all, about the bonding. And she really takes that extra step to make sure that everything is on point with those schools. And what I most love about those schools is just the sanitation that they have through the entire school and the facility. What do you think about that? Tell me a little bit about your experience going to the school.
Always super clean. I've never, I mean, those dressing rooms or the changing rooms, sometimes you go to some places, it's like, questionable. Not at all. Have never had a bad experience at all. And even, I mean, sometimes they'll cancel because there's an accident in the pool. You can't help that. We all have kids.
So tell me a little bit about the experience, about how were you able to fit this in your budget?
Well, I mean, I feel like it's affordable.
Wonderful.
It fits. And, if you refer friends, you get a discount. And then they have promotions. I know one I think you have going on. If you add a class, you get some sort of discount. So I think it's really affordable. And I think when you're dealing with the safety of your children, it's worth the price.
And that one doesn't have a price.
Exactly.
Do you agree?
I agree.
I totally agree with you, because for me, when it comes about learning and about making ourselves better and our children better, there's no price.
Right.
For me, I would do anything and whatever it takes to make sure that my kiddos are always on top of the game.
And I feel like it's flexible. I feel like you can choose 1 class, 2 classes, you can go a week, right? And then they have the makeups. So like I said, if you can make 1 class, you don't lose it. You can always do your makeups, and with the app, it's super easy to schedule them.
So Aqua-Tots is flexible.
Very flexible. And then also, I think for me, as things have changed, like I can tell you one time in the summer, we were going to go on vacation and we were going to the beach. I was worried. I'm a single mom, so I was worried about being able to handle both girls. And I was like, okay, I need her to be really, really on it. So that week I went, or those couple of weeks before the trip, I went and I scheduled all my makeup so she could go every day, so that when we went to the beach, I felt a little bit better. And then we scaled it down.
Just that peace of mind is priceless.
Yes.
Do you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Arlette, what do you think?
We've talked about peace of mind, and I'm glad you mentioned it, because as a mother of 3, and back in 2010, and I've shared this story before, when I saw my youngest daughter, at that point she was 4 years old, and when I saw her having a near drowning experience and seeing her getting sucked by the current under the river, it was definitely a traumatizing experience. And Aqua-Tots provided me the peace of mind I needed it, and to recover my self-esteem and my confidence in having my children in and around the water. So I am just happy to know that you have that peace of mind. Absolutely. And Aqua-Tots has given you that. And we want to give you that. We can do it. We are trained to do that. From the heart, from a skill perspective, please allow us to give you that, because every child deserves to be safe in the water.
That's right. Every child deserves to be safe. And not only that, every child also, that gives them a self-confidence, to become better. Because you know how little kids are. They always need that little, confidence at what they do, whether it's drawing, whether it's painting, whether it's running, in sports. And every child deserves that. And, what I love about it is that Aqua-Tots has a little bit of everyone there. Do you think that when you walk in, there's like a little world there?
Yeah.
Because there's parents from just everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people, a lot of Latinos, a lot of, locally from San Antonio, and even a lot of people that are here that just visiting, that they've been coming to Fiesta, Texas, and they've been coming to your schools, Arlette, because Arlette always does a great job marketing and putting the word out there. Hey, we're here, we're school, and we can help you entertain those babies. All right, so what advice would you give all those parents out there, especially single parents? What advice would you give them?
Stick with it. I think it takes time for them to move through the levels, and that's something that I tell my friends all the time. Stick with it. It feels sometimes like your kid might be a little stuck or it's not moving fast enough, but it's because they're building those skills, and eventually you see how they jump up and then how they get better. So that would be my advice. Just stay with it, give it time, and trust me, like, you'll see it at the end. You'll see the end
Build
product.
those skills. You said the magical word right there. It is a building confidence, building the skills to know what to do, when to do it, how to do it, and how to be able to use it at the right time when they're out there doing it as a sport.
Correct.
Right? Yes. So ever since I've been on board with Aqua-Tots for the past over a year now, it's just been amazing how I've seen everybody's lives change. Not only that they've changed because their kids go swimming, but just the relationship that has developed through your business. I love that because it's not a business. It's almost like a necessity. Well, Aqua-Tots, what is so beautiful about it is that not only that you're going to walk in there and they're going to treat you like one more person or business, they're going to treat you there with love, respect, joy, and they're going to be looking forward. And they're actually always looking forward and waiting for your kids to get there.
Right.
Do you feel that way?
Yes.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Ximena, for coming here.
Sure. Thank you for having me.
Giving us a few words. And Arlette, do you have any specials that you would like to share with everyone right now that spring is right around the corner?
We do have a special, Lorena, currently offering in the swim school. We have an add-a-day, so come and swim a second day in the week for a very low prices at $60 per month.
Per month?
Yes.
Wow. Well, that's a very good opportunity
Yes,
right there.
yes, it is.
And
Yes,
then
it is.
Ximena says you guys always have specials
Yes.
and you guys always engage.
Yes.
And then if you refer somebody, and I know that the first class is free.
Absolutely.
Yes.
The first class is on us. We call it an in-water evaluation. It allows us to get to know your child and for the proper level placement. So come check us out.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much. Anything else you would like to add to the whole world?
No, just really, I think everybody should give it a shot. I think it's definitely worth it, and I've had a great experience. So.
Please contact Aqua-Tots Swimming School. Here's the information, and don't hesitate to make that phone call. The first class is free, and from there you can make your decisions on what you want to do. And the beautiful thing is also that Aqua-Tots always has wonderful, great events through the year, and you definitely need to be on that guest list so you could be that VIP guest. Thank you so much for being here, coming here, giving me a few words,
Sure.
Ximena, and thank you so much, San Antonio Monthly Magazine, for always allowing Lorena Monroe bring the latest news about what is happening with Aqua-Tots Swimming School. Thank you, Arlette.
Thank you, Lorena. Thank you, Ximena.
Hasta la vista.
Thank you.